So hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be looking at top 10 Lucasfilm movies. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe with post notifications on so you don't miss any of our future videos. Now let's start with number 10, Labyrinth. In this movie, a 16-year-old Sarah is given 13 hours to solve a labyrinth and rescue her baby brother Toby when her wish for him to be taken away is granted by the Goblin King Jareth that was portrayed by the legendary singer David Bowie. Labyrinth had a budget of $25 million. The film was a box office disappointment though, earning only $12.9 million in the box office. Regardless, even though the movie was met with a mixed critical response upon its release, it has since gained a large cult following. Number 9, RogueOne. This movie follows the daughter of an Imperial scientist who joins the Rebel Alliance in a risky move to steal the plans for the Death Star. This movie is directed by Gareth Edwards. It was produced by Lucasfilm and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. The main cast consists of Felicity Jones, Diego Luna, Donnie Yen, Mads Mikkelsen, and many more. With an estimated production budget of at least $200 million, it is one of the most expensive films ever made. The movie received positive reviews from critics with praise for its acting, story, visuals, music score, and dark tone. It grossed over $1 billion worldwide, making it the 20th highest grossing film of all time and the second highest grossing film of 2016. It received 2 Oscar nominations for Best Sound Mixing and Best Visual Effects. Number 8, American Graffiti. The movie follows a couple of high school grads who spend one final night cruising the strip with their buddies before they go off to college. This film is a study of the cruising and early rock and roll cultures popular among Lucas's age group at the time. The film tells the story of a group of teenagers and their adventures over a course of a single night. The film received widespread critical acclaim and was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture. Produced on a $777,000 budget, it has become one of the most profitable films of all time. Since it was released, American Graffiti has earned well over $200 million in the box office, not including merchandising. In 1995, the United States Library of Congress deemed the film culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant and selected it for preservation in the National Film Registry. Number 7, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. As a new threat to the galaxy rises, Rey, a desert scavenger, and Finn, an ex-stormtrooper, must join Han Solo and Chewbacca to search for the lost hope of restoring peace. This 2015 American epic space opera film was produced, co-written, and directed by J.J. Abrams. The film's ensemble cast includes Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, and many more. It has quickly become a fan favorite, as a lot of fans enjoy the role of Rey in the Star Wars universe. The film received positive reviews for its screenplay, direction, acting performances, musical score, visual effects, editing, and many more. This movie broke a lot of box office records and became the highest grossing installment in the franchise, the highest grossing film in North America, the highest grossing film of 2015, and the third highest grossing film of all time. Number 6, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Who could forget this film classic? In 1939, Indiana Jones arrives in India, still part of the British Empire, and is asked to find a mystical stone. He then stumbles upon a secret cult, committing enslavement and human sacrifices in the catacombs of an ancient palace. As he didn't wish to feature the Nazis as the villains again, George Lucas, executive producer and co-writer, decided to regard this film as a prequel. Of course, starred by the legendary Harrison Ford, this franchise was a huge success. But even though it was a financial success, the initial reviews were mixed, criticizing its darker elements and violence. However, critical opinion has improved since 1984, citing the film's intensity and imagination. The estimated budget for this movie was $28.2 million, while the earnings were expected to be around $333 million. Number 5. Indiana Jones and the Lost Crusade. In 1938, after his father, Professor Henry Jones Sr., goes missing while pursuing the Holy Grail, Professor Henry Indiana Jones finds himself against Adolf Hitler's Nazis again and needs to stop them from obtaining its powers. This movie was full of great actors at the time, like River Phoenix, Harrison Ford, and Sean Connery. And with the director being Steven Spielberg, it is not a surprise that the movie did great. After the mixed reaction to the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Spielberg chose to tone down the dark tone and graphic violence in the next installment. This movie received positive reviews and was a financial success, earning $474 million at the worldwide box office. A sequel, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, followed in 2008. Number 4. Return of the Jedi. After a daring mission to rescue Han Solo from Jabba the Hutt, the rebels dispatch to Endor to destroy the second Death Star. Meanwhile, Luke struggles to help Darth Vader back from the dark side without falling into the Emperor's trap. Steven Spielberg, David Lynch, and David Cronenberg were considered to direct the project before Marquand signed as a director. The production team relied on Lucas's storyboards during the pre-production. Now, as most of the Star Wars movie, this movie was an absolute success. It grossed $374 million when it was released, becoming the highest grossing film of 1983. It has since earned more money, putting the entire total to $475 million. Number 3. Raiders of the Lost Ark. In 1936, an archaeologist and adventurer Indiana Jones is hired by the US government to find the Ark of the Covenant, before Adolf Hitler's Nazis can obtain its awesome powers. This 1981 American action-adventure film was directed by Steven Spielberg and written by Lawrence Kasdan, and it was based on a story by George Lucas. In the years since its release, the film has grown in esteem, and many now consider it to be among the greatest films of all time, one of the greatest films of the 1980s, and one of the greatest action-adventure films ever made. It was also made as a television series, video game, comic book, novel, theme park attractions, toys, board games, collectibles, and an amateur remake. Number 2. The Empire Strikes Back. After the rebels are brutally empowered by the Empire on the ice planet Hoth, Luke Skywalker begins Jedi training with Yoda, while his friends are pursued by Darth Vader and a bounty hunter named Boba Fett all over the galaxy. Despite being initially met with mixed critical reviews, this film became the highest grossing film in 1980, with $440 million earned. It is now hailed as the best film in the Star Wars saga and one of the greatest films ever made. The Empire Strikes Back had a significant impact on filmmaking and popular culture, being regarded as a rare example of a sequel that transcends the original. The climax, in which Vader reveals to Luke that he is his father, is often cited as one of the greatest plot twists in film history. This movie had the budget of $33 million, while it earned $390 million over the years. Number 1. Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. This was the movie that started it all. Luke Skywalker joins forces with a Jedi Knight, a cocky pilot, a Wookiee, and 2 droids to save the galaxy from the Empire's world-destroying battle station, while also attempting to rescue Princess Leia from the mysterious Darth Vader. This is the first installment of the original Star Wars trilogy, the first of the franchise to be produced, and the 4th episode of the Skywalker saga. After a turbulent production, this movie was released in a limited number of theaters in the United States in 1977, and quickly became a blockbuster hit, leading it to being expanded to a much wider release. This film opened to critical acclaim, most notably for its groundbreaking visual effects. It grossed a total of $775 million, surpassing Jaws to become the highest grossing film of all time until the release of E.T. the Extraterrestrial. It received 10 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture, while it won 7. Now that will be it for this video. We hope you guys enjoyed our list. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, bye bye.